everybody. My CI button.
Hey, GM, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Back in the studio, back home. We got back in town yesterday. Hope you had yourself a wonderful weekend. I know that I did. I flew to Chicago Thursday night. Got to hang out with my mother and my brother, my sisters. Had a good, and some of my nieces and nephews, man. It was a good time. We had a great weekend. Did some cleanup stuff at my mom's house, and then we went to the Cubs White Sox game. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that. Go Cubbies. I don't know how the game went yesterday. So we've got another bet. My mom and I, this was fun. So she is a diehard, lifelong White Sox fan, right? Season tickets, all that stuff. I'm a Cubs fan, as you guys know. You saw my pictures. But so the series before, earlier this year, we made a bet. You know, whoever loses, you got to wear the other team's gear. And so we went to the game. My mom wore a Cubs jersey. Now she is like a season ticket holder, stadium club member. They know her at this park, and she was funny how she was getting treated. My brother was just like, take the jersey off. They're not even treating you like they normally do. And so shout out to my mom for being awesome. Also, shout out to my mom for getting into the V World ecosystem while we were hanging out over the weekend. We got that app downloaded on her phone. She's been mugshotting away. So I'm telling you guys, it is the most relatable thing in crypto. Just about everybody can do it. The barrier to entry, you can't even imagine how easy it is. And with that being said, it's time for the new morning segment. I did it today, even though I had coffee when I woke up. I woke up at like 7. So I couldn't, if I don't drink a cup, if I don't do my first mugshot by 6 a.m., I can't do this. But moving forward, my first mugshot of the day is going to happen here live. You guys are going to see just how easy it is. All right. So I got my cup of coffee. It's not my Yeti. My Yeti it's in the dishwasher because I took it with me, but it is a reusable mug. It's not a paper cup. Okay. So we got the app opened up here. All you got to do, look, cup of coffee, selfie, and a smile. Boom. Use that photo. Look, I just took one picture. That's all you had to do is just take a picture of yourself. You can take a picture of your mug. You don't even have to have you in it. I like to put myself in it. Boom. There you go. So I've been saying lately, guys, like, you want to learn how to earn free crypto? Because like I put out a post and be like, who wants some free crypto? And it went crazy. People are like, I want free crypto. How do I do this, man? Dude, get the VBetterDAO ecosystem. It's that easy. The barrier to entry is download an app on your phone. That's it. And write down your seed phrase secretly and put it away. Keep it safe. Don't give it to anybody. You can, like, once you get that, then you can get yourself a custom like URL for it's like a custom license plate, a vanity plate, if you will, for your wallet. And then boom. So again, it was that easy. Y'all saw I just earned some free crypto every single day. We're doing mugshots every morning. So GM. All right, I got to get back over to the space, see what's happening over there, see if anybody's even there. But you are watching on the live stream. If you are watching this video, you saw that happen. Shout out to you. Make sure you also smash the like button if you're on YouTube. If you're watching on X, go ahead, hit that heart. I see we got a couple friends. We're going to bring them on over here. Be Frank, my guy. Mike, I'm going to invite you to co-host. I think that works out always well. Carrie, I'm going to do the same thing. 2 co-hosts is better than 1 because then we can have up to 12 people. You can have up to the maximum capacity if we throw 2 co-hosts on there. And so y'all are the homies. Y'all are keeping it real. So both of you guys pop on up here. Shout out to you who are in the crowd. Go ahead, hit the purple pill, the multiplier, whatever you call it. Let's bring some friends in here. Let's chat about the crypto markets, what's going on with Bitcoin, altcoins, everything. What happened to your weekend first? Because as you know, we like to open up the show with the chop shop, but we just bullshit with the homies for a little bit. And maybe the whole show is bullshit. That's okay. That's how we like to roll. What's up, GM fam? What's up, Kerry?
Yo, GM, man. Just wanted to pick up your moms for being awesome, producing such a great spawn, and for joining the blockchain society, the decentralized generation, as it were, which shows and proves that which proves that it has nothing to do with age. Not to dox your mom or whatever, but I'm just assuming she's a couple years older than you.
Yeah, that
but
would only make
if,
sense.
you know what I mean? You can be little and you can be old, and you can still take part in this. You can be a little kiddo running around in the woods picking up trash, like, you know, or you can be a mom that's filling her cup up in the morning, doing it sustainably and earning rewards for that. Because like, there's nothing more annoying than people going, how do I make free money? How do I make, you know, like that was, I feel you there, man. People are constantly like trying to, you know, and it's not hard. You just got to interact, you know, and
at
there's
this
testnets
point,
all over the place. There's new projects cropping up, and they are incentivizing you to take part. So big up your mom, man. Just want to say big up Miss Chains,
Miss Mama Chains,
and Whitney too, and the little one for all doing your part. You guys are fucking awesome, and big shout out to V Planet for making it possible.
That's it, man. VFam for life. You know that. I'd like to say now officially, we're a 3-generation family that's participating in the V Better DAO ecosystem. You know what I mean? With more members joining every single day. Where else are you going to get that? 3 generations of my family. I got my mother, I got me and my wife, and my daughter. She's got her own wallet, own address, all that stuff. So we're doing it. We're living it. We are the VFam.
GM, homies.
What's up, Mike? How are you, brother?
I'm good. Had a nice weekend. Touched some grass. Got a bunch of work done on Friday, so I was able to enjoy the weekend, not have to work. But it was great. But yeah, no, just we were talking about the V Better DAO. I was telling my wife, I'm like, it'd be perfect for you and Olivia to do, like me and my daughter, or her and my daughter to, like, because my wife only drinks out of reusable cups. I always laugh at them. I'm like, you and her both have sippy cups because they never drink out of like real cups. They always have their bottles or whatever, right? So I could totally earn some money, doing that. But I've always said, different strokes for different folks. You got to fix the incentives in the world, and you can fix the world. So having easy things for people to be onboarded into crypto and get you kind of, get your toes wet doing something that you're already doing and having fun doing it is like, why not make money doing something that you enjoy doing already?
I mean, seriously. I mean, things you're already doing, the things that you enjoy.
Making the world a better place.
Yeah, and it's
exactly
easy.
And making the world a better place at the same time, because that shit is contagious. When someone sees you out on the side of the road picking up trash, it makes me want to go and like pick stuff up too. Like, I don't know about you, but like for me, when I see people out like doing stuff like that, like it makes me want to like be a part of that like culture, right?
I will tell you,
I always have since I was a kid. Right?
Yeah, it's a contagious thing for sure. And like, and I, you guys have heard me say these stories where I'll be out in public doing whatever, action that I'm trying to do. And I'll get questions. Hey, dude, what's that about? Like at the hotels, filling up, taking pictures of the coffee or the water. I will tell you, and full transparency, there was no one, and maybe it's Chicago people, maybe it's because they had other things on their mind, but nobody gave a shit about what I was doing at the game. And I'm usually trying to onboard. I even posted before, I'm always onboarding. I'm going to get a few fools inside this part. I tried, it's like one of those things sometimes where it's like, hey, man, you know anything about crypto? You see somebody going to recycle or going to do something. It's like, hey, man, what are you trying to earn some crypto? They're like, dude, get the fuck away from me. Like, don't talk to me. It's like, all right, hey, man, my bad. I'll chill. So we try. We're always trying, but that was not the spot.
You know what the cool thing about this too is, like, even if you don't make a whole lot of money, you learn how to receive crypto into a wallet. You learn how to use a wallet. You learn how to make a seed phrase. If you withdraw your funds or you convert it to stablecoin or whatever, you learn how to do a swap. You learn how to send it to another wallet. Like, for me, that's the whole part of onboarding. Like, back in the day, everybody got onboarded through Ethereum mining and getting into that. And, then when the ICO came in, like maybe people were doing NFTs. That was another way to onboard people because it's things that people were familiar with and they already understood. And, doing actions that you're already doing is what better way to onboard people. So I feel like we need to make, like, for any builders out there, like, look at what they're doing here and the way they have incentive models like fixed, because that's how you're going to bring mass amount of people into crypto.
Oh yeah, it's all about removing that barrier entry for sure. And you've seen a lot of projects that are working on that to where it's seamless logins or even as far as like some of the other stuff that we're talking about with interoperability, like being able to have these assets over here, whether they're NFTs or wrapped coins or synthetic versions of whatever. Just the idea of let's find it easier for everybody to participate, because like you said, different strokes for different folks. There are going to be different things that interest others, or what's going to be the final catalyst to bring someone in, or to be the onboard, that piece that onboards someone, like, again, it was for in my particular family, it wasn't about, what these assets are going to do and how they're changing the world and damn the man, it was as simple as, doing a sustainable action that we're already doing that is relatable, happening on an everyday already basis. And so, again, different strokes for different folks. Gaming, I think, if some of you guys are massive into gaming, and why I think that makes a whole lot of sense, because it's that same kind of thing. Like, look at the narrative of when we saw a big push in gaming, like that's all people cared about and talked about, right? I think it was something that I think it's something that we're going to see again, probably in the near future, in the next, however much long it takes to get back to the gaming narrative. I think, we've talked about the 2028 and maybe sooner kind of thought process for a massive push, maybe even later. Our guy Scott from WAGME was talking maybe a little bit later than 2028, but who knows, right? I think
even when it comes to gaming, like you're talking about barrier to entry, it's funny, like back in the day, you have to buy a game, $39, $49, $59, whatever to buy a game. Nowadays, look at one of the most popular games in the world, Fortnite, Call of Duty. They're all free-to-play games. It's getting the games in people's hands first, making a good game that they get engaged with, and then they'll spend their money on skins, collectibles, all that kind of stuff like that. But you got to get people.
Subscription model, man.
What's that?
People love that subscription model.
You play the game for free, and you have a battle pass, so you pay, whatever X amount of dollars per month to get, special skins or this or that, right?
All the different ways that you can
get. Yeah, it's never free. You always paying.
Do you think that they will ever switch over to have any kind of Web3 integration on Fortnite?
On Fortnite? I don't know. I would assume like they would probably have some IPs, maybe some, NFTs or something like that, maybe a Bored Ape or something like that. I couldn't see why that wouldn't happen. If NFTs make another, might have another wave and get more people in, it's just going to be more, popular. What I did read, I saw a little article. I didn't read the whole thing, but I saw kind of like, a little bit of the headline, a little bit into it. Is Hollywood is starting to get into NFTs and looking at. There's a whole little video, like documentary about it, how Hollywood is getting into NFTs. So if that becomes more mainstream, and I think that's way more familiar for kids to get into, like younger people. So I couldn't see why you wouldn't. But it has. When it becomes popular in culture, Fortnite will be like, yeah, well, this is popular, so we got to do it.
So this is, you said Hollywood and NFTs?
Yeah, I was kind of like just doom scrolling one day, and I saw a little video talking about how Hollywood's getting into to NFTs. I obviously have to do more research to confirm that.
I would like to do that too and figure that out, because there's that question that everybody's trying to answer now is like, what's the deal with NFT season? Will there ever be another one? And we've talked about how, again, the whole idea of what we saw originally, that first push of NFTs, I like to call it the beta test. It was our first exposure with self custody and more of like a peer-to-peer. I think that was more of a peer-to-peer exchange capability than maybe what crypto capacity was at that time, right? So it was like an extension of the beta test, a self-custody and how we work these things. Oh, I see Fake Change is in the crowd. That's fun. Funny guy. Oh my guy, Ash. Now I forgot where I was. Fake Chains. Fake Chains
real?
for the show.
Fucking Fake Chains, eh? Ash, come on up and say hi.
He will. He always does, and I love that. Yeah, that's funny. It made me think. I actually forgot all about what was going on.
Well, I don't know. Something about gaming. I sort of looked away from the screen.
So we're kind of talking about like how Hollywood's going to get into NFTs.
Hollywood, NFTs.
That's a good time. You know what? It's a good time to just say thank you all for being here. Smash that like button if you are watching the live stream. If you're watching on X, man, you don't smash the like button. You hit the heart. You also repost it, tag some friends, say, hey, we're having some fun. And you could come into the space, raise your hand and come up to the stage and participate if that's what you chose to do. And if you guys are here in the space, thanks for joining up on stage. Y'all are the heroes. Let's get it. We still haven't heard from Frank, but I know my guy Hash came up, a.k.a. Fake Chains. What's up, Fake Chains?
Fake Chains here reporting for duty. I actually changed my profile picture before I joined the space, just so that I wouldn't throw you off. But I guess your phone.
Yeah, it looks like hash to me.
Yeah, I guess your phone didn't update quite yet. Real Chains. But yes, I'm really excited to hear about these Hollywood NFTs that I, pushed you off of your narrative.
I would like to learn too. You know what's crazy is that this is wild. If you're watching the live stream, your PFP is a South Park character on my computer. Your PFP is the bear. It was Fake Chains until I clicked it, and then it went back over to the bear. The one that you had for a while. So that's strange, man. Twitter is just a strange place these days.
Yes, I was LARPing as Matt Stone, South Park character, a little bit last week. That's also true.
The old computer, man. Always got to be difficult and different.
When was Twitter a normal place? Is what I'd like to know.
Back in the day, maybe like
back in the day when it was like news, like you tuned in to be like,
oh yeah, I remember that when only politicians.
It was weird.
Yeah, you had to be a politician or a movie star to have an account with like worth any clout.
Yeah, like Instagram, like you had to be a model with large breasts to have an Instagram, or else what are you doing? Like, there's no dudes with Instagram accounts.
That was actually the verification method of Instagram. You logged in. It was like, are you a girl with big breasts?
Send us your cleavage shot.
Yeah.
And we'll promote your account. You know, it was like, again, like people would ask, like early on in the days, people were like, hey, what's your Instagram? I'm like, dude, I'm not a model. I don't have one of those. Like, that's insane. That's.
Dude, it was so weird at Consensus because everyone was like, yo, what's your Instagram?
Bro, I'm so bad about posting on Instagram. It's not even funny. Like even for the business, right? Even like on the business side, like yeah, I post on everywhere else but Instagram. I got the Instagram account and it gets bare minimal love.
I feel that there needs to be someone needs to come out with like a quality platform that you can handle all of your social media like in a really good.
I thought fucking Elon was coming out with it. I thought that's what he was making this all in one.
I
think all in one.
Videos
like,
and shop
remember
at the market and all that dumb shit. Like I thought that's what
we drank the Kool-Aid. I mean, I put my big focus on X for like that reason, right? He was like creator focused. Like the whole idea was to pay creators more than what they were getting like on YouTube and all that stuff. And so like, I thought that was also the same thing. But at the end of the day, we also got to think, it's a difference. Like we said before, different strokes for different folks. Not everybody likes X. Not everybody likes Facebook. Not everybody likes Instagram. And so as like a creator, you kind of have to be on all these platforms, but it is a fucking task. Like having a dealing with TikTok and Instagram. Like I wouldn't do Facebook at this point, but that's just me. I know for other people, like it's really important for them.
You got to do Facebook. That's where the majority of the people. Well, for me, for my business, that's where the majority of my people are.
Right.
On Facebook.
But it's such an ugly interface, man. My God. Like the Facebook people got to get their shit together because like between Instagram and Facebook, those two apps are just horrendous.
So for video clips, I use something called Opus Clip Pro, and it cuts up all my my long forms into the little clips, adds captions and everything like that. And what I can do is I can send it all out to. So what I do is I'll make like the wide angle for X, and then I'll make the 916 like the phone style for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for like shorts. And it does everything. It even creates the comments that goes with it. It does a very good job of it. I just edit it because it's not perfect, obviously, but and so a little bit of editing, so it saves you a hell of a lot of time. And I schedule every day, like all my videos are going out to all the platforms at the same time. But one thing I have noticed is like TikTok has like a certain format, like certain videos do well. Instagram is very hard. I don't know what it is, like I get barely any views on Instagram. But then the same video will get like 1,200 views on YouTube. So like, it's very weird. I think you have to figure out like the algorithm of each platform and cater your videos to those platforms to be successful in them.
Yeah, and do that and about 10 other jobs at the same time. It's like, no, I'm all right on becoming the best editor.
That's why.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to know like how much Mike Tyson's media manager gets like paid per year, like not media manager, but you know what I mean, social media manager, whoever it is that does the TikToks and the Twitters and all the posts for any celebrity, you know, like any B-list celebrity. Like, how much do you get paid to follow them around and just like TikTok their life? You know what I'm saying?
A lot. A lot.
A lot.
I mean, that would be an interesting job, right?
Kind of sad.
Working with Mike Tyson, that'd be fun. But like, what if you pissed him off, dude? Like, what if you fucked up something? He just like swung at you.
Yeah, he was probably a poor choice for like your first celebrity of like a good job with. You know? Unless I heard he started smoking weed now, maybe he's chilled out a little bit.
Oh my God, no!
Started.
Mike Tyson's like a mushroom head.
Yeah, dude. He has like a huge. He has like a ton of like his own weed brand stuff, and he has for a while. Yeah, now he's like he's on the psychedelics for sure.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Mike Tyson on psychedelic drugs.
His media guy was too old. I mean, there's that famous Joe Rogan clip, right, where he says that he got a bigger table for his new podcast studio because he was too close to Mike Tyson at one time. He's like, it scared me. I needed more space. And I think that's probably what happened, right? His handler was like, we got to get Mike on the mushroom, so probably be a little calmer for us, make way better content. And they were right. And then he got paid, what, $180 million to fight Jake, well, quote unquote, fight Jake Paul. So, I mean, hey, that guy's job, he did a great job. His social media manager deserves a raise.
If you've never seen his Netflix series, Mike Tyson Mysteries, I highly suggest it.
Is that the one where he's the pigeon?
No, that's the one where Norm Macdonald is the pigeon.
Oh.
Norm Macdonald plays the pigeon. Mike Tyson plays himself. He's got an Asian daughter for some reason that just showed up on his doorstep one day. And there's a gay ghost that lives with him. And it's like absolutely like hilarious. You got to watch this shit. Netflix, I'm telling you, they've outdone themselves.
Wait, what's the title of it?
It's called the Mike Tyson Mysteries.
All right. We'll make sure I get that thing locked and loaded. All right, there you go. It's a picture of a cartoon.
They're like 15 minutes long. They're made for people with ADHD, dude. There's no commercials. They're 15 minutes long. You're like in and out before you even know what happened. It's beautiful. Beautiful thing.
All right.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
anybody doing any trades in the markets? I've been getting some ETH trades. Is there anybody doing any trades? I've been getting into some ETH trades, man. They've been popping.
ETH's been on a rip. I think everything's down a little bit today, though, right? We're not having a green day today. Let's take a look. You know what? I saw my guy in the beginning, Bitcoin Henry, taking the gold today. He had said, "What we shrimping, guys? We haven't like those boats." Man, I tell you what, our boats got barnacles on them, man, because we ain't gone shrimping in a while. It might be time. I need to get that foghorn. Yeah, I need to get the tugboat button on the sound machine. We go. We going shrimping. We got to see, man.
Har.
Hardy.
What would you be eyeing today?
If we were to be doing,
I don't know that today's a shopping day. Like, it's not really a green day, but it's not really a shopping day either. Unless there's something that's really down hard, like something got hammered. That's like
so remember shrimping. Shrimping is our what's top 100 performance over the last 90 days. What's been popping, what's been not, what's been popping, and what's been dropping. The pump is down 56%. I want no part of that. Although that could be a speculation play that something else happens where it maybe goes up sometime in the future. Who knows? But you got Sonic is down almost 38%. You got Celestia is down 30%. I wouldn't do Trump. I wouldn't do Pi. Pith is down 14. I mean, shrimping is going to be. It's late in the season. The waters have been netted and kind of cleaned. Not too much action because all the commercial shrimpers, man. They went out. They had their boats out. What have we been doing?
The first two projects you named are actually good projects. I hold both of those. Not financial advice, but
Sonic and Celestia.
And Celestia, yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, Celestia is a little bit more of a gamble. Like it's much more of a gamble. But it's tied into Cosmos, and the Sonic is rebranded Phantom, right? So if you were able to, like, I like migrated over all my tokens and whatever, just big pain in the arsehole, but like end of the day, it's still got like some good fundamentals. So if it's down like 30%, might be worth picking a little bit up. Like that's one I would be eyeing. I would keep that on my radar list.
So I like Celestia. Celestia is one.
It has potential. Like Celestia, it's hit $20. So I mean, like right now it's sitting at 2. That's a 10 banger.
That's a 10 banger, baby. That was when I remember, dude. It was Celestia was hot and heavy when you saw that thing, Tia, on the daily poppers just about every single day for a while. On that climb up to Coin Market Cap says $20.16 there on the chart. But if we were to look down, 2091 is all-time high. That hit February of 2024, so a little over a year ago. Down quite a bit, 90% from there, right? So you get yourself a 10x, man, if this thing returned to that. So moon bags, right? You know, the good thing about shrimping, man, you could just load yourself a little baby moon bag and just set it and forget it and see what happens, man, after the parabolic phase. That's the joy of shrimping. You know, you're not, I mean, listen, if we're going tuna fishing, if we're going to get some amberjack or whatever the good stuff is that people want, that's one thing. But if we're going shrimping, if you're just picking up some shrimps, man, just get your moon bags. What's up, Frank?
Hey, man, I just got to run. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you being here.
You know, I'm down here in Rock Hill, South Carolina at the ACL World Championship. So I'm going to walk around and go meet some of the people that I've been having meetings with and all that good stuff. J-Chains, man, I got a couple meetings with a couple school districts. You know, Florida High School Athletic Association and then the local school district this week. But that cornhole league I created, man, it's called CLIP. Cornhole Leadership Integrity Program. And you know, once I get a school on, get a pilot season, man, we'll be looking for, you know, like sponsors and stuff, you know, donate cameras, stuff like that. So, you know, I'll be hitting you up, see how we can work something out, man.
I love that. Yeah, let's chit chat and see what we can do for sure. Would love to participate and help you out.
Sorry for coming in between y'all.
Dude, you're good. You're good, my guy. Don't you worry. Yeah, good luck out there. And I'm trying to see how far is Rock Hill from me?
It's right by Charlotte, like 20 minutes underneath Charlotte.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, it's not too bad. All right, cool. We'll enjoy your time there, my brother. I appreciate you being here, and hopefully we'll check in with you at some point later this week.
Y'all be safe.
See you.
Peace.
Aaron.
It's Aeon. Pretty close. What's up, fellas? Good to see you guys. Good to be here. I haven't really been in the space in a while. I'm kind of doing my rounds, just to kind of see what the market's doing, what everyone's doing. But kind of part of like my rounds, like you guys are talking about the shrimping part, and I've been shrimping. Like that's definitely what I've been doing lately. And the cool thing about shrimping is that you never know when one of your moon bags are just gonna pop off. Like I got this one token. I got in. I got a double. I took out my initial because I mean that's what you do. You never want to lose your money. And the rest of it just did like a 5-6x like overnight. And I'm just like, what the heck? Right now is the time. The only question is like, where are you gonna go, right? Like, where's the fishing hole that you want to be at? Where are all the fish at? And currently for me, I'm on the Ink chain. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of the Ink chain. I'm sure you have, but there's a lot of stuff happening over there. It's starting to heat up a bit. Have any of you guys heard of the Ink chain?
No, I'm looking it up right now. DeFi Unleashed by Kraken. This is the Kraken thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I've definitely heard of this. Yeah.
You've heard of it, but not a lot of people are talking about it.
Right.
So
tell us more.
They have something like a pump fund. It's called Inky Pump. That's where I've been catching all of my runs. Obviously be careful. It's like pump fund. You know, some things bond, some things don't. Something bonded this morning. I got an easy 2x this morning. Took out my initial, holding the rest of my bag. We'll see what happens with that one. But so the cool thing about Ink though, I feel like they're doing some things that haven't really been done yet in crypto. One of those is called attestations. Has anyone here heard about the attestations?
Nope, I have not.
No? Nobody? Okay, cool. Attestations is pretty much, if you break down the word, it's a test, right? Like for you to attest to something, to say like this is what is. So with Kraken, one thing that they're bringing in is attestations. They attest that you are a Kraken user. You've been KYC'd by Kraken. So now you can have an on-chain wallet that has been verified by Kraken, but you are still anonymous. Like, so you get like an attestation from Kraken. Everybody on chain can see that you are a Kraken KYC user, but nobody can see your information. It's that kind of stuff. So that's just the beginning, you know. So that's just one form of attestation. Over time, there's going to be a bunch of different types of forms of attestations where your wallet was pretty much going to get all of these types of verifications, and that could potentially enable you to do certain things. I know a lot of people don't like that, like being decentralized. Whereas, like, you know, there can be some gates now, right? So if you don't have that attestation, maybe you won't be able to buy that coin. Maybe you won't be able to use the service, or maybe you might actually be able to get to use the service early. You know, maybe you'll be offered certain types of betas, alphas, and all that good stuff. So that's kind of where I've been. I've been really researching the Ink chain, and it's really, so when I got in, it was on fire. But we kind of went through this low, nothing was really launching off the Inky pump. All the tokens were just slowly bleeding out. It was sad for like the last 2 to 3 months. Like a lot of people left Ink. One of the big NFT projects, he was actually already minting on Sonium. He pretty much was like, I'm done with Ink. I'm going over to Sonium. He ran a project on Sonium, and then all of the hype started coming back to Ink, and now that individual, that NFT developer, now is coming back to Ink. So that should tell you something. Like, people were leaving, and now they're coming back.
That's always good, man. You get that early alpha, and you know, that's one of the most important things about, I think, this ecosystem, right? You know, you can get into something early, and that's your opportunity, right? That is where you get the edge. That's where you can have maybe your most success is, if, like you said earlier, you know, if you find something that bonds and runs, like in a meme coin, like that's your chance. Like most of the time you get toasted. You know, if you find something early, it's always about being early adopters and getting in early. And you think about all the different scenarios in which that could happen. You know, a new chain, you're seeing quietly, people are starting to come back. No one's talking about it. You got to look at the users, look at the volume, look at all that's happening. I wonder if you can find anything on DeFi Llama about Ink. Let's check that out.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Just to let you guys know, I do have a token on Ink. It's kind of my job to come out here and let everybody know. I'm not a shiller. I've never shilled in my life.
That's cool. Like, you can definitely talk about the token a little bit. Yeah, not a hard show, but definitely talk about it, because then it's just like lets people understand also more about the ecosystem a little bit more. So yeah, go for it, brother.
I appreciate it. So the token itself is just a meme coin. There's no utility. When I created the token, I was pretty much just tired of getting rugged. I was tired of all of these people just creating pumps and dumps. And I've been in the game long enough to where I kind of know what needs to be done to make things work, right? So I'm not great. I'm not the best, right? But at the same time, I was able to get bonded within 24 hours. We were able to run up to 150K market cap at the very beginning. So I felt really good to be able to say, you know, we launched, we were able to do all this. But anyways, the token itself is called Archival Ink. The whole idea behind Archival Ink, I don't know if anybody here knows about Archival Ink, the actual product itself in the real world. But the real world product, Archival Ink, is the gold standard of ink. The way that I learned about Archival Ink was during back when, like, Donald Trump was, like, you know, going ham on all the executive orders towards the beginning. I was in a space, and then somebody was asking about, like, you know, what's up with that big Sharpie that Donald Trump uses to sign these executive orders? Like, what is that? So somebody was asking ChatGPT, ChatGPT. They ended up figuring out that it was like, oh shoot, like there's this huge history behind Archival Ink being used for preserving documents, you know, important documents, you know, over an extended period of time. It has different types of pigments and everything in there. The ink itself doesn't get absorbed into the paper. It actually kind of like lies on top of the paper, so that way it doesn't absorb and fade over time. So it like, you know, that's the whole thing that we push is like permanence, non-fading. You know, we're here to stay. We're different. So that's kind of why like I chose the token name Archival Inc. And like just to like kind of wrap it up, kind of like a little bit of like, I'm gonna go back really quick on why this really stuck with me, because like a long time ago, I used to go for like a runs 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, like always early morning runs. And something about like when you're running early in the morning, it's so quiet. You can really hear yourself think. And there was this thought that came to my head that said, create something that will last forever. And I put this to everybody here in this space today. I put that to you. Create something that will last forever. If you can create something that will last forever, game over. And I thought about it. I thought about it very, very hard for months, years, to the point where I just forgot about it. Like I couldn't figure out something that would last forever. Like if you think of anything physical, over time it deteriorates, it breaks down. You know, nature will overtake it. But as long as the blockchain is up and running, as long as Ethereum and the sequencer for the Ink chain is up and running, Archival Inc. is running. And that's kind of my way of creating something that will last forever. I don't need the money right now. The way that I create it, my exit strategy, everybody's curious about what's your exit strategy. I generate fees. You know, I'm very happy with just the fees alone. I sell off the KBTC, I sell off the Ethereum, I pair my tokens to other tokens, create an arbitrage opportunity, and then I just generate the fees. So yeah, that's Archival Inc. There's a lot of other tokens on the Ink chain. If there's any questions, if you guys want to run by any token by me to get like a real quick history, what I think, my thoughts around it, the devs, the community, I'm very in tune with the entire ecosystem. I know pretty much every single token on the Ink chain, like hands down, like the back of my hand.
Well, that's awesome, man. I appreciate the anybody got Carrie or Mike, you guys got any questions? I was looking, if anybody was watching the stream, I was kind of going through the chart. I mean, obviously, you know, it had a nice little run up and then there was the sell off like you would expect, but found a floor. It looks like you're getting close to a 2x from the floor on there. That's always a good sign that, you know, things are moving back. A couple consolidation zones clear. You might be in one right now as well. So very interesting.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you got the website pulled up. You guys selling some merch. It's pretty cool. Got some Ink Floyd. I like that. That's pretty funny. Let's see. And then I was popped over. Real quick. I had DeFi Llama popped open to the Ink page, and so you've got total value locked. So your TVL on Ink is 9.3 million. So, but it's moving up into the right. It looks like this launched at the end of 2024, towards December, with about 863,000 TVL, and so now to 9 million in the last half a year. So interesting. Watch out for that one, guys. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna take a look at Ink. You know, if it's an up and comer, just like, you know, we've got guys in here that they love their ecosystems that may be a little bit smaller, but they've got great communities and you know, the ability to move the needle on things. Interesting. If anybody's got any other information about Ink, some information, come on up. But Mike, Carrie, you guys got any questions?
One last thing. Actually, if I could just really quick, I'm also doing giveaways. I'm actually giving away right now to anybody who wants some ARC tokens. Just shoot me a DM. Like my whole thing now is I've been accumulating this whole time. I've been trying to get the price up. I've been trying to promote it so I can get those tokens to have pretty decent value. Now it's my plan to go out there and just start giving them to people, start spreading the word. I've been waiting for Ink to catch on fire, and now is the time. So that's why I'm here.
Very good, man. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. And letting us know about the project. And yeah, if you've got anything, that maybe a link or a post that you've put out to that giveaway, or how people can connect, feel free to throw that up there. It works for me.
Appreciate it. I'll make I'll post my Telegram, and then if anybody just joins the Telegram, let me know that you guys came from JChain's space, and then I'm literally just shooting out free tokens. So I'm gonna post up the Telegram right now for you guys.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Appreciate you. There you go. Look at that, making the world go around. Y'all can. I try to tell everybody, like, look, there's free crypto, and you know we've been talking about this lately. There are places where you can go, you can win some crypto, you can earn some crypto, you can be rewarded in crypto, you can do all that stuff. There's so many opportunities. So don't miss this kind of stuff. This is why the world. This is why this is going to be a big thing. Is because we're all early, and your early adopters get rewarded for that shit. You got to go through the lumps, right? You got to take the lumps, but you get rewarded for it in the end. So. All right. What else is going on in the crypto world? Mike, Carrie?
All right, sorry, I was just like looking at some charts. So I was actually just
Crypto
posting
world,
the breakfast table. The arena token looks like it's looking like it's gonna bottom soon. I'm just looking at all multiple different time frames. We're talking about shrimping. So if you want to maybe like dollar cost average, I wouldn't throw a whole lot of money at it, but like, you know, you never know, you know, $50 could turn into, $500 if you get a nice 10x or something like that. So I'm looking at like multiple time frames starting to curl up, like the RSIs and everything are curling up. So it looks like we may have a pump on our hands pretty soon.
And this is just the arena token. It's ranked 838 on CoinMarketCap. It's about 0.8 of a penny. Is that correct?
Yeah. I usually use Dex Screener for this one to take a look at it, but yeah. So it doesn't look the greatest. Like it had a big run up and it went down. But what I'm thinking, like my logic behind here is AVAX is pumping, and I think eventually when AVAX kind of slows down, people will take their profits and put it into the ecosystem. And right now, most of the meme coins on AVAX are on the arena. Because all the top meme coins are on the arena, so it would just make sense to be there. Not to mention you make 20% yield, so people might want to even just stake their arena on there because you get paid weekly, right? And you can unstake it pretty quick, so it's pretty liquid.
Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Let's see. Well, that's the 1 minute chart. Now you need to get this thing on a little bit. Let's go to the daily. Okay. And this is all.
I sent you a
What are
picture
the? What
of
are
a
the?
two-headed snake.
What's that?
I sent you a picture of a two-headed snake for your enjoyment.
That's funny.
It's only funny to us. Okay, let's hear about this chart.
I'm just looking at it. I see. So this thing has run up to 0.8 of a penny. It's run up to almost 2.5 cents. So I mean, you could get yourself at least a dub up if this thing does its next leg. And if Mike's saying looks like it's definitely in a consolidation mode. Woo! Get yourself a dubski.
Yeah, it
what?
broke out of a huge falling wedge and it's kind of going sideways. And I look at a lot of other coins, a lot of other altcoins that I've been tracking, and they kind of did the same thing. They like broke out of this big falling wedge, basically since like the last all-time highs in like November. And then they kind of just went sideways. And now they're starting to curl up, and a lot of the altcoins are starting to break through their daily 200-day moving averages. And usually when they do, they have big pumps. So, Cardano did the same thing. VeChain did the same thing. Ethereum was the first one to do it. Once Ethereum broke through its daily 200-day moving average, you had a huge run up like we're seeing now. And you're starting to see every single coin as it pops over its 200-day moving average, just pop up. Almost everything on my watch list has actually popped up, like ONDO as well. As soon as it hit that 200-day moving average, it just popped up. So yeah, just keep your eyes on that. I think like right now it's the big boy coins, and then once those coins start, slowing down, and then we're a little bit further into altcoin season, expect the smaller caps. The money will flow into the big caps to the small caps.
Yeah, one thing we got to look at. I had this thing pulled up, and I had my line moved a little bit differently. I think I had it more like this, in line with the top. You guys are watching the stream in line with the top that happened, right here at the beginning of 2024 in March. But if we were to now, because if we had almost like another top, right? So now we recently hit and rejected down on Ethereum. Do you think we've got a lot more to go to come back, retrace, and get healthy for the next run on Ethereum? I mean, it's sitting at 37.95, so just about 3,800. But clear rejection on what was the trend line, the falling trend line from all the way, and this goes all the way back to November of 2021, is where we've got this thing started. So multi-year.
Yeah, usually when crypto starts pumping on a weekend, or especially on a Sunday, Usually not a good sign for Monday morning. You should come back down to earth a little bit and restart for the week. So I would, I honestly, I should have like sold my ETH trade and started it up again now after we had the dip, but like whatever. I got in a little early, so like I'll wait for it to lose my structure before I, bail on it.
There it is. Are you planning on getting into doing more trading as the market heats back up, or?
Absolutely. I'm going to be doing a lot more trading. I'm going to be posting my setups. I'm going to be doing all that kind of stuff like that. So, yeah, man, we're pushing the grind. I got money back in my trading portfolio, my leverage trading portfolio, some previous profits from other coins. So we're playing with house money. And yeah, we're just stripping, I'm not making a whole lot of money here. I'm not making thousands of dollars. It's $10, $20 at a time, only risking 1% of my portfolio for any trade I do.
That's smart, man. That's how you got to do it. Remember, don't risk the rent money. Don't risk the mortgage or the bills or the food money. That's what they always say, right?
So I stopped trading in November. Remember when everybody the markets started going down, we got wrecked. And I realized I don't know what I'm doing. So I just took these last 6 months or 7 months. And I just, I've been, me, I'm in the crypto trading group. So I just studied. I just kept, doing what I'm doing, practicing my trade and my stuff. I went into swing trading. So now this is my test. We'll see how it goes. But now I'm testing myself to see how much I've learned in these past 6 to 7 months.
Yeah, well, that's good. Also, and you got to think at some point, if you actually want to take a look at it, look at the chart from December to April, right? It was fucking down, and yeah, people were getting wrecked because I think we were in the disbelief still, no, this is a bull run, this is not supposed to keep going down, and so people would just keep getting caught in a long, and there was a lot of liquidation events. We know that. And so when the market itself turns and you zoom back out and the trajectory is back up, it does make it a little bit easier to trade. And it makes, that's the excitement part of it. And I know I am so looking forward to that part of the cycle when we go back and start ripping up on the daily. So it's going to happen. I think probably a little bit later in the year though. Quarter 4 for the alts. Obviously, we'll have our days of volatility, but until it's consistently when you can look at the chart and be because it has been, if you zoom out, let's look at from April, and I'm looking at ONDO specifically. Let me share that so you guys can see on the stream if you're watching. For ONDO specifically, again, from December down to April, it was just down, and we had some ups. There were some peaks and valleys, whatever, but overall, it was, let's measure it. From the peak in December to the bottom in April was almost 70%. It was 68.88, 69% drop, right? And that's the trend. And so obviously from April until what looks like mid-May, we had a nice little rally where things went back up. But then, we decided that it was time to correct between May and mid-June. But if you look at mid-June to now, it's we're starting that trend back up. This maybe is the move where, we continue. So we've broken out. We've got a new high from, this last time when we started to go back down. When we hit that new high in the beginning of July or mid-July to the 22nd, 23rd. So last week, that was potentially either the double top or the part where, we had to come back down, consolidate a little bit, and then where we make the next move and we break through that structure. And once we break through, then, we've got, the hopeful that, for ONDO at least, is that the next target would be, I think, probably to get over the 150 mark. And then, let's talk about all-time high, which I think $5 to $10 is slam dunk this run. 15, if all goes right, that is, there we go. And then if for whatever reason it becomes $100 billion project, that's $31 and I think 33 cents. So that's got to be $100 billion project though. Might not happen this run, but next couple of years for sure. You can take that to the not bank because that is not financial advice, by the way.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? I was talking to my wife about this, just my observation in life, and it's the world really rewards people that take the risk. Obviously, there's smart risk and dumb risk, right? You don't just take risks for the sake of taking risk. But I find people that are just go out and do the things like you're doing, making yourself 1% better every day. Just that alone sets you so far away from the herd, because a lot of people don't do the things and the stuff and try to achieve their goals. They just are NPCs doing the same thing over and over, right? So I feel like, taking a risk, why would you not have, I wouldn't, the risk is the dollar, so why would you hold your money in dollars, especially right now, where we are in the whole global liquidity situation in the world and everything like that, and interest rates potentially going to come down in the short term. So take the risk, do your research, obviously, because educated risk is, important. And do the things, because if you don't, then you're just going to stay where you are. And conviction and holding your altcoins, especially good projects, this is not the time to sell. This is the time to hold on. And I've learned from my mistakes for the past 8 years in crypto that buying the risk and buying and holding and your conviction really pays off in this market.
100%. Now, let's kind of shift gears, because I know, technically, the show will usually run for an hour, sometimes a lot more. I do want to talk about some articles too, because kind of going along with that and acceptance and adoption, some things that I pulled up. I don't know if you guys saw this news, but PayPal, they've announced that they're opening 100 new assets for people to invest in for U.S. merchants here. And so this article that I got, let me pull this one up so you guys can see this, make it bigger. PayPal opening the door for U.S. merchants to accept 100 new assets. So lower fees than credit cards, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Trump, meme coin, or fart coin for fun. Whether you believe that should be what they do or not, that's beside the point, because that just means, as say you have a business and you want to have, fart coin t-shirts or whatever, say you've got a t-shirt shop, you can accept fart coin for your fart coin t-shirts. I get that. Right? Do I find that now? If I was the merchant accepting the fart coins, I would swap that immediately for something that is. It's so stupid it's going to run, but I think this is a big thing, right? This is the big thing, because look, for this first year, transaction fees are going to be less, so there's a big incentive to use it. Why not? Why not pay with some of the crypto that you got, some shit coins? Maybe I wonder if I can open that up on the Web3 Breakfast merch site, and we can start taking shit coins. We'll make shitcoin merch and start selling that. I would need some help with that. Carrie, will you help me with that?
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, we could get Aiden involved in setting up a shop like that would have wallet integration possibly, and then be kind of a hybrid Web 2, Web 3 site. He's been jonesing to work on something like that anyways. He's just got to make a little bit of money. He did a big project for free for Sneaky Productions, and so that one kind of set him back, and he's just got to get a real gig. Yeah. But after that, then he's already expressed that he's down for helping hook something like that up. So yeah, if you want to do a merch store and accept shit coins or whatever, they have I put pinned at the top the Chihuahua, the Chihuahua. They have a merch store or whatever, and you can actually pay with fucking Chihuahua coin, which is worthless, but they have stuff on there that you can buy, and it's cool.
But that's utility,
because
right?
What else do you
it might say the token value is not that much, but as long as you can buy the merch with the token, that's some utility, because you could buy some token, and then instead of obviously if you're crypto and you don't want to spend fiat because you've opted out of that system, but you've got some, what do you call it, Wawa?
Yeah, Chihuahua or Wawa.
Okay, Chihuahua, Wawa.
Depending on where
you want to spend that to get your merch, man. I mean, that's the whole point of all of this, man. That's using it for what its intended purpose was, and that to me is utility. If you can spend your coin to buy the merch, if that's the only thing that you get, that's still better than a fucking rug.
That's true.
You gotta be able to accept VeChain and Better Token. That way, when people jump on board for the Be Better now, they can earn themselves some merch.
I might only, I don't want to be too limiting, but I might only want to accept VeChain and Better Token, because that to me is got.
Yeah, that's kind of.
That's, I mean, at some
It's kind of your
point,
jam too, right?
it's just some point it's going to freaking click that like everybody, you're like, wait a second. And I know people will paper hand it, but you can also stake it and earn more and participate. So like not everybody's going to paper hand those. It was so fun to like chat with my mom. We got to talk about a lot of things, a lot of the terms like diamond handers and paper hands and all sorts of terms about crypto. It was fun this weekend. Anyway.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk to mom and dad about the terms and the slang of the crypto world.
Well, not only the crypto world, I will say, you know, we do often on this show talk about that particular chair in the corner of a hotel room, and my mom, my sister, my brother, and I were like having a funny conversation, and that kind of came out, and so I had to explain to my mom what the intent with that chair is. Everybody knows that weird chair, that one, you got a, you know, big hotel room with a king size bed and all sorts of big stuff, but there's that one chair in the corner. Why is there always just one? Well, I had to explain her what that was, and then ultimately what the word behind it was. The cuck chair, if you will.
Oh no, dude, for real?
Dude, we were laughing. Well, all of us, we were all laughing. We were tearing so hard because my mom was she was just like, what is wrong with you guys?
How did I not know that? Good Lord.
You didn't know what that one chair's intention is in the hotel room?
I just thought it was for the single guy.
That's what
that like might want to come over and have a drink.
No,
yeah, with the single guys, the cuck chair. No, the cuck. That's like a triangle or something you got going on there.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying, but I know what you're saying. If that makes sense. I'm not yeah.
That absolutely makes sense. Anyways, back to business.
And
sorry for derailing you again.
That's a way to wrap up a show, I'll tell you that. Yeah. All right. So today is Tuesday, or today's Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we got our plans on Thursday for VeChain. I'll put all those posts out this week with links. I'll get everything scheduled so you guys can set your reminders, get lined up. Let's see, Mike, you and I are going to do a special thing on Tuesday. Is that correct? Tuesday night?
Yes. If you're down, we're doing. I have my podcast. Mikkel's going to be away, so. Jay Change, if he's down, if he's able to, we're going to do. He's going to guest co-host the adoption podcast on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. So I'll make a whole post about it. I'll post it up and we'll retweet it all and we'll have a good time. The whole idea of the show is, you know, mass adoption, and why not talk about, you know, VeChain and Be a Better DAO, and you know, because that's exactly the perfect theme of the show.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys look out for that post. We'll be doing that tomorrow night. And then we'll see what else goes on throughout the week, but I appreciate you guys being here. If there's anything in particular you want to, you ever want to talk about in the show, don't be afraid. Come up to the stage. I think at some point I'm waiting for the plaque to show up from the Guinness Book of World Records, but we've got the most first timers coming up to stage here in the Web3 Breakfast Club. So please feel free to come up at any point. And if you want to set a particular show where we talk about a specific project, whatever it is, get at me in the DMs, man. We'll set this up. The whole point of Web3 Breakfast, it is a show for the community, by the community. That's what we are here, is a community. We're a family, actually, I would say, a lot of us. We've hung out IRL several times, and that's what we love here. So with that being said, one thing you can do, and we'll do this one today, is make yourself the 1% better. It's Monday, right? Today's Monday. What you should do is write down a list of your goals for the week. And then once you get to like number 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it is on that list, cross them off. Actually, just rip the page after number 3. Your goal should be to accomplish those top 3 goals that you wrote down for the week. But what you're going to need to do is make a system and put that in place. So like, you know, for example, like I want to make $100 this week. Okay, cool. That's the goal. The system you need to put in place is, how are you going to accomplish? How are you going to make that $100 this week, or whatever your goal ends up being? So put that down, do that. That is how you start to make yourself better, by realizing how to accomplish your goals versus just sitting there floundering. And I know that was a silly example, but you know, choose your own adventure there. And that is it. that is it for today. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out of here. Tag a friend, tell a friend. That is tomorrow. Bring a friend. And then if there's anything else, Tyler, what do you? I see you're up here. What's up, my brother? Before we go, how's your day going? How was your weekend?
It was awesome, man. Shit, no, just stop in and say hi and remind everybody the first rule of J-Chain Space is like and retweet and comment and all that good stuff.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll have some things coming up this week. I know I got some more tokens to give away. So to be on the lookout, that's the Friday show. Make sure when you see the link for the Friday show, if you want to win some crypto, that's how it is, man. That's again, we're telling you all week long. That's all my goal is right now, is to show you that there are ways, because it hit me so hard like a ton of bricks the other day when someone said, you don't buy money. You don't go to the store to buy money. You earn money, right? You should be thinking about that with crypto. So don't be thinking about how you can buy more crypto. Think about how you can earn more crypto. And so that's what we do on this show, is every day we're finding new ways for you to just go out there and earn that crypto for free, doing things, whether it is passively or you've got to put a little effort into it or a lot of bit of effort into it. You know, at the end of the day, that's your job, is to figure out how much effort you want to put into something. We're just going to show you how to make it free. So have a great rest of your day. Remember to smash the like on your way out of here, and we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. This is Jay Chains signing off with the Web3 Breakfast crew. Peace, baby.